Hey everyone, things just got seriously messy. You won't believe what went down between Kimbella, Yandy, Karlie Redd, and Rasheeda. This wasn't just a snarky Instagram jab or a sly glance. No way. This was a full-blown, no-holds-barred public clash. Picture Kimbella standing there, totally stunned, while Yandy was yelling for help. But wait, how did it spiral to this point? How did things get so wild that security had to jump in? And why did Karlie and Rasheeda lose it like that? The internet's buzzing, everyone's talking. And from what I've heard, this wasn't some random flare-up. Oh no, this was a calculated, straight-up ruthless takedown that's been brewing for ages. And guess what? There's proof. Real proof. When you hear what Karlie and Rasheeda said to Yandy and Kimbella, whew, let's just say reputations are about to crumble and friendships are done for. You might never see these women the same way again once you know the full story. So, grab your snacks, because this drama's piping hot. Let's dive in. All right, everyone, settle in, get your popcorn, and buckle up, because you're about to hear the wildest tale of the year. Shouting matches, total betrayal, and a public humiliation so intense that even the Love and Hip Hop producers were probably gasping. Ready for this? I'm serious when I say Karlie Redd and Rasheeda unleashed on Kimbella and Yandy. This wasn't just a spat. It was a brutal, carefully planned ambush. And the aftermath? It's about to get downright nasty, trust me. Let me break it down for you. The bad blood between these women has been festering for years. This didn't just pop off out of nowhere last night. If you'd been paying close attention, you might have caught the signs. Still, nobody could have predicted it would explode like this, even if you sensed trouble brewing. Let's paint the picture. A glitzy, high-profile event, the kind packed with VIP tables, an open bar flowing with drinks, and a crowd stuffed with influencers, celebrities, and reality TV stars all in one lavish venue. You already know something's bound to go down. And oh, did it ever? Mix free booze, reality TV egos, unresolved grudges, matching designer dresses, full-on glam, and the kind of swagger that comes when you're ready to own the night. Rasheeda and Karlie Redd strutted in together, looking absolutely stunning. Kimbella and Yandy, they were already posted up inside, sipping cocktails at a VIP table, radiating total chill vibes. But let me tell you, when Rasheeda and Karlie stepped into the room, the vibe shifted instantly. Here's the deal. For a while now, Rasheeda and Karlie have been holding grudges against Yandy and Kimbella. Word is, Yandy's been gossiping about Rasheeda's money moves, and it wasn't just harmless chatter. Apparently, Rasheeda caught wind of Yandy allegedly trying to swipe one of her key business connects, and she wasn't about to let that slide. As for Karlie, you know how messy her history is with Yandy and Kimbella. For years, these women have cycled through fake apologies, shady interviews, and public makeups. But behind closed doors, nothing but chaos. Rumor has it Yandy's been throwing shade, hinting that Karlie and Rasheeda aren't real friends, calling them fame-hungry and opportunistic. And Karlie, she wasn't about to let Yandy disrespect her like that. You'd think these women would be polished enough to keep it cute at a public event, right? Nope. The second Rasheeda and Karlie locked eyes with Yandy and Kimbella across the room, drinks in hand, it was game on. Witnesses say Rasheeda and Karlie made a beeline for Yandy and Kimbella's table, no hesitation, and at first it was all forced grins and subtle shade in their small talk. Then Rasheeda leaned in close to Yandy, muttering something in her ear, and that's when the mood flipped. Yandy's face changed like she'd been slapped. Her eyes widened, her smile vanished, and she leaned back in shock. Karlie set her drink down and said, "Oh, you know exactly what's up," before Kimbella could even ask what was wrong. Yandy stood up, her cheeks red, and Karlie, yep, Karlie, was already on her feet, giving that vibe you see right before someone rips off their earrings for a fight. Then, loud enough for the whole room to hear, Rasheeda called out, "Why didn't you tell Kimbella you've been trying to snatch my business contacts?" Kimbella's eyes grew huge, and the room went dead silent. Yandy, caught off guard, tried to play it off with a laugh. But Kimbella wasn't having it. Sis was stunned. Yandy, though, wasn't backing down. "You're out of your mind," she shot back at Rasheeda. But Karlie wasn't letting it go. "Out of your mind? The screenshots tell a different story, sweetie." Yep, you heard that right. Rasheeda and Karlie apparently had proof. Insiders say Karlie was holding screenshots showing Yandy trying to sabotage Rasheeda's deal by reaching out to one of her business contacts. Karlie had those texts ready to go, saved up for this exact moment. You know that means this was a calculated move, not some random outburst. That's when everything went south. Reports say Karlie snatched Yandy's drink right out of her hand across the table, and Yandy was floored. Kimbella jumped to Yandy's defense, but Rasheeda was already moving. Witnesses say Rasheeda grabbed Kimbella's arm and told her to stay out of it. When Kimbella yanked her arm back, Rasheeda allegedly pushed her into the table. Karlie let out a scream like she was in a slasher flick. Sis was just getting started. She lunged toward Yandy as if she was about to throw a punch, but security finally stepped in and pulled them apart. Too late though. Drinks were spilled, tables flipped, and cameras were rolling. Within minutes, hashtags like Yeesh Karlie attack, Yima Rasheeda vs Yandy, and Kimbella in shock were blowing up on Twitter, and the internet was ruthless. Yandy learned the hard way not to mess with Rasheeda's money, one tweet said. Another read, Yandy wasn't ready, Karlie and Rasheeda came for blood. And the memes? Savage. But here's where it gets even messier. Rumors swirled that Karlie and Rasheeda weren't done. One witness claimed to have overheard Karlie saying to Rasheeda, "This is just the start, so don't think it's over. It's only kicking off, trust me." What did Karlie and Rasheeda do next? Oh, this whole mess is about to blow up in ways nobody saw coming. Kimbella and Yandy, yeah, they're about to learn the hard way that Karlie and Rasheeda aren't messing around. Brace yourself for what's coming. It's gonna get way messier. Wait till you hear what went down after the party. If you thought that scene was wild because of that little clash between Kimbella, Yandy, Karlie, and Rasheeda, think again. That was just the opening shot of an all-out battle, not some one-off tantrum. From what I've heard, this drama won't stay quiet. The blogs are eating it up, the streets are buzzing, and the fallout. It's about to get real, honey. Insiders say this is just the warm-up. So, let me break down exactly what happened when security dragged Rasheeda and Karlie out of the party. Hey everyone, things just got seriously messy. You won't believe what went down between Kimbella, Yandy, KarlieRedd, and Rasheeda. This wasn't just a snarky Instagram jab or a sly glance. No way. This was a full-blown, no-holds-barred public clash. Picture Kimbella standing there, totally stunned, while Yandy was yelling for help. But wait, how did it spiral to this point? How did things get so wild that security had to jump in? And why did Karlie and Rasheeda lose it like that? The internet's buzzing, everyone's talking. And from what I've heard, this wasn't some random flare-up. Oh no, this was a calculated, straight-up ruthless takedown that's been brewing for ages. And guess what? There's proof. Real proof. When you hear what Karlie and Rasheeda said to Yandy and Kimbella, whew, let's just say reputations are about to crumble and friendships are done for. You might never see these women the same way again once you know the full story. So, grab your snacks, because this drama's piping hot. Let's dive in. All right, everyone, settle in, get your popcorn, and buckle up, because you're about to hear the wildest tale of the year. Shouting matches, total betrayal, and a public humiliation so intense that even the Love and Hip Hop producers were probably gasping.